So welcome to session 2, where we're going to build our own tank, or in Robocode terminology, our own bot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up a little environment that allows us to write Java code. It's called the source editor. It's just like if you think about Word. Word is a document editor. It edits documents. This source editor is going to allow us edit the Java code that's going to make our own tank. So let's do that. You see the robot option up here and the source editor option here. As this is the first time it's run, it says it's setting up something called a compiler. We'll revisit that in a second. It says the compiler has been successfully set up. Click OK to continue. Okay, so now we've got our source editor, and much like Word, it's blank. There's nothing in it when you start it up. So we're going to have File and New. We're going to make a new robot. So we've got to name our robot. As I'm stuck for a name, I'm just going to go with Botty. B-O-T-T-Y. And then I'm asked for a package. What's the package? Well, it's just a directory where all my robots will be kept. So I'm going to call it Botty Home. Okay, and now we see that we've got some code up there. So Robocode gives you the basic tank code that you'll need and that you can then build on as a starting point. What you're looking at now is something that looks kind of Englishy, but is actually Java code. You're looking at Java code here. So let's just make the editor full size. And let's look at some of this. You can see there are some lines in blue and black, and there are some lines in green. The lines in green, well, this is just saying to the computer, you can ignore this stuff. This is only so that humans can read it, to make it a bit more readable to humans. They're called comments. So it's comments from one programmer to another. So say someone wants to take over your bot or reuse your bot. These will help them understand your bot. The computer ignores this stuff. It doesn't take any specification from this stuff. So what's interesting for us is the black and blue stuff. There's a lot of contextual stuff around here, but the main thing in a bot is its run method. Once Robocode sees its run method, it says, this is the bit I've got to do. I've got to run the run method. And it runs from the starting curly bracket to this ending curly bracket. So now I'm going to pause the video for just a second, and I'm going to ask you to predict what the tank will do, just for yourself. So I'm going to pause for a second, and I'll be back in a tick. Look especially at these 4 commands, because these are the 4 commands that will be done by the robot. So, what does it say the robot will do? It says it'll go ahead 100. 100 what? 100 pixels. That's just a unit of distance on the screen. It says it'll turn the gun right by 360. What's 360? 360 degrees, so it'll swirl the gun the whole way around. Then the tank will go back 100 pixels. And then you can turn the gun right 360 degrees again, so the gun will swivel again. How often does it do this? Does it just do this once? No, it keeps doing this while true. So this is a loop. So it keeps doing these commands over and over again while true. Nothing changes true, it's always true, so it'll keep doing this until the tank is killed. So let's see if that's what the tank does. Okay, so to see what the tank does, we've got to save our new robot. So let's go into File and Save. So we create it, and we create the directory, Botty Home, that it's going to sit in, or the package that it's going to sit in. So now you see that we're saving in Botty Home a bot's name, or a tank's name, botty.java. So we save that. Now, unfortunately, computers need ones and noughts to run. They don't need this Englishy type description that we have on screen in front of us here. So we need some way of converting what we've written, the English language description that humans can deal with, to the ones and zeros language description that the computer can deal with. Luckily, someone's written a software tool that does that converts Java code into ones and noughts. It's called a compiler. You can see up here, we've got a compiler option at the top, and we get the option to compile it. And we see that it has compiled successfully, that the computer has translated this Englishy-like Java code into the ones and noughts that the computer needs to run. So we say, okay, thank you. And now that we've compiled it, when we go back up to our battle, new battle, we can add our body robot. So now we have 4 tanks. In fact, I'm going to take out crazy because it's distracting. So we go back to 3 tanks, body, walls, and tracker, and start a battle and see how it does. There's body, and you can see it goes forward 100, swivels its gun, back 100, swivels its gun, forward 100, swivels its gun, back 100, swivels its gun. Unfortunately, it's not doing so well. I think it's going to be destroyed in a second. There we go. Okay, so let's stop that battle. Was that all it did? And let's get back up to the editor. So, if you think carefully back on the session we've just watched, what else did the tank do? It did obviously go forward 100, turn its gun around, back 100, turn its gun around, but it did something else as well. It fired at other tanks. So, is there anywhere in here that looks like there could be a fire instruction? There's one, fire 1. So, when did this happen? Well, this happens on a scanned robot event. Robocode sends your tank events. So when Robocode scans a tank in your sights, you react in this method here. When you have an unscanned robot, you fire 1. Okay. There are other events that Robocode sends you, like on hit by bullet. When you're hit by a bullet, what do? You go back 10 to get out of the way. Or if you hit a wall, on hit wall, you go back 20 so that you're not blocked up against the wall. Okay, so that's the end of session 2.